having already been one of the best Brazilian footballers in the world. Romário is a powerful man who has made a lot of money during his career and who knows very well how to enjoy life. But have you ever wondered how this former player lives? In this video, you'll find out what Romário's luxurious life is like. Career. Born in 1966 in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Romário de Souza Faria, better known simply as Romário, was one of the best Brazilian footballers ever. From a very humble background, having been born in the community of Jacarezinho, the start of his career was far from easy. Encouraged by his father, Romário started playing football at an early age, beginning his career with the small Olaria Atlético Club team. At the age of 15, he joined Vasco da Gama, where he stood out and became a great striker. His success was such that in 1988 he was sold to PSV for $6 million, which made him the most expensive player in the world at the time. The genius of the penalty area also played for other clubs such as Barcelona, Flamengo, Valencia, Fluminense, Al Sadd, Miami FC, Adelaide United in America. Throughout his 24-year football career, the King of Goals, as he was also known, achieved many things, such as being the main man responsible for the 1994 World Cup, a FIFA Golden Ball, and, of course, being the second Brazilian player to hit the incredible milestone of scoring 1,000 goals in football. And it's for all this that the Brazilian is considered one of the world's best players of all time. Romário is currently in the world of politics, holding the position of Senator of the Republic for Rio de Janeiro and being able to enjoy a very comfortable and luxurious life earned through the success of his work. Cars. When it comes to owning good cars, Romário is a man who has never liked to economize, and it's no wonder that he has owned some real machines. For example, he once owned a Hummer H2 Jeep, a huge vehicle that is not often seen in Brazil, in which he seemed to like so much that he has already owned another of the same model in a different color. And to own this huge car, you have to pay around $25,000. Taking the price up a notch, he has been seen getting out of a Porsche Macan Turbo, a beautiful SUV from Porsche that the latest models can go up to over $60,000. He has also auctioned off an Audi RS5 Avant, a super-fast luxury sedan, which at the time of its launch was considered one of the fastest in its class. Its price is currently around $60,000. Some sources also speculate that he once owned a BMW X5, a robust car with a modern and imposing design. No wonder a 0-kilometer vehicle costs more than $70,000. When it comes to Ferrari, everyone knows that the Brazilian is passionate. For example, he once owned a 360 Medina F1, a Ferrari that stopped being made in 2004 but can still be found for around $80,000. He is also rumored to have owned a Porsche Carrera, a small sports car equipped with a very powerful engine, ideal for those who like speed. Depending on the model, such a little toy can cost upwards of $115,000. And the most luxurious Ferrari he has ever owned is the F430, a supercar that is the dream of any car enthusiast. The vehicle is capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4 seconds, reaching a top speed of 195 miles per hour. And although it hasn't been manufactured since 2009, its price is still very high, at around $130,000. According to the Extra website, the most expensive car Romário ever owned was a Lamborghini Murcielago, an incredible car capable of reaching unbelievable speeds. Equipped with a V12 engine, this machine can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.4 seconds and can reach a top speed of 215 miles per hour. And perhaps that's why it can cost up to $450,000. Luxury flat. To live in comfort and luxury, Romário likes to invest in beautiful properties. Until 2009, for example, he owned a spectacular flat in the Barra da Tijuca neighborhood in Rio de Janeiro, one of the city's noblest areas. It's nothing less than a penthouse in the Golden Green condominium, a high-end building capable of offering every refinement imaginable. The player's former residence was very large, with almost 8,600 square feet of free space. According to press reports, the player unfortunately had to auction off his property due to legal problems, and it was sold for more than $1.6 million. A few years later, the same penthouse that belonged to the player was found on estate agents' websites at a much higher price. To give you an idea, the incredible property that belonged to the former striker was advertised in 2011 for $5 million, meaning that, converted to today's values, after a decade, if this property still belonged to Romário, it would be worth more than $10 million. Mansion. Senator Romário currently lives in a beautiful mansion in the Barra da Tijuca neighborhood in Rio de Janeiro. The player's property is located in a luxurious condominium called Núcleo dos Mansos, which from its name alone you can imagine how sophisticated the place is. The player's house became very famous in 2018 when a controversy arose claiming that part of the plot had been built on public land. It is known that the property sits on a 17,000 square foot plot and has a beautiful swimming pool for when the player wants to cool off on sunny days, and of course, it couldn't fail to have a huge football pitch for the Brazilian to play on with his friends. As has been reported in the press, before Romário lived in this mansion, it belonged to former player Edmundo and was sold for a millionaire sum, being valued at almost $1.4 million. Not bad at all. Yacht. To enjoy the coast of Rio de Janeiro, Romário had a beautiful speedboat at his disposal. The player's boat was the Azimuth Atlantis 50, a sophisticated 16-meter-long speedboat with a super modern design. This little toy should provide a lot of fun for the player, as everyone knows Romário is a guy who loves to enjoy life. The interior of the boat can offer a lot of comfort to everyone on board and can hold up to 7 people. The outside is luxurious, with a beautiful gourmet area and plenty of space for sunbathing. And to have such a treat at your disposal, you need to invest quite a bit of money. To give you an idea of the price, this used model speedboat can be found for around $300,000. Relationships. Throughout his career, Romário has always had beautiful women by his side, which is why he has a reputation as a pickup artist. Among the muses he has had relationships with are, for example, Ana Paula, Edna Velho, Andrea Oliveira, Sonia Monroy, Laura Karasuk, Thalita Zamparelli, Sibel Ribeiro, Fabiola Azevedo, Dixie Pratt, Julianne Calieri, Ana Caroline Nazario, as well as many other relationships that I'm sure haven't been made public. Football earnings. As one of the best footballers of all time, it's a fact that Romário has earned a lot of money during his football career. To give you an idea of how much money he has earned, in 1995, after winning the 4-time Brazilian World Cup, and after being named the best player in the world by FIFA, he was transferred from Barcelona to Flamengo as the highest paid player in Brazil, with a salary of $12,500 a month, which converted to today's values would be around $110,000 a month. A very generous sum, but still far less than the salaries of today's players. But it was the following year in 1996 when Valencia signed him that he made his money, earning a salary of $3.6 million a season at the time. And like any football star, Romário has become a very well-known man, attracting the interest of big companies to sponsor him. Among the big brands that the striker has been a poster boy for are, for example, the Brazilian brewery Kaiser, multinational giant Coca-Cola, Havaianas flip-flops, the Devassa beer brand, among many others. Without a doubt, we can say that throughout his 24 years as a footballer, the genius of the penalty area made a great living during his career. Net worth. Despite being considered by many to be one of the best footballers of all time, and having been the highest paid player in the world at the height of his career, Romário doesn't seem to have managed his wealth very well and currently doesn't have as much as he should have. As time went by, Romário's income only diminished to the point where he became interested in entering the world of politics to receive a low salary compared to what he received as a footballer. Soon after he retired from the pitch, for example, he had a brief stint as coach of Vasco da Gama, and although I don't know exactly what his salary was in this role, based on the incomes of other coaches of big Brazilian teams, he must have been paid around 40,000 reais a month. A gigantic salary compared to what he currently receives as a senator of the Republic in Brazil, which is $6,700. But with so many benefits that a politician enjoys, there's no doubt that he leads a very comfortable life. And as declared in his political campaign, he has assets of just $1.1 million. A meager figure compared to all the money he has earned during his career, which shows that he was a man who didn't know how to manage his money well. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel Dios to satisfy your curiosity.